guess we're good to go.
Smile.
Cool. Well, good.
Thank you. My name is Owen Richards. I've recently graduated from the Bachelor of International Business through Open Universities Australia and University of Adelaide. I'm currently in my early 40s and I have a full-time job and a wife and 2 young children. Due to my age, I really didn't have much of an expectation of what online learning would be for me. All of my studies previously through universities and school has been very much coursework and textbook and on contact hours. So really my expectations were that I would be able to challenge myself. I realised quite significantly that my brain was slowing down quite a lot and I wanted to exercise the muscle and challenge myself. So I enrolled and I found that the course was both challenging and excellently provided, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have a full-time job and full-time dad as well. I've got 2 children with my wife, and without the flexibility of being able to choose my own study hours or do courses when I wanted to do them, I certainly would not have been able to attain the bachelor's degree. Just trying to think of a nice way to say it. It's given me an opportunity to connect with my 2 daughters who are in primary school and to show them that, age is not a barrier to you getting a degree or to completing your schoolwork, and it's given them a really clear example of how hard work does give you a result. But my youngest wrote, "Congratulations, Dad, love you heaps."
Oh, maybe you can read that.
Yeah, it is. It's bringing a tear to my eyes. Flexibility was absolutely key for me. There would have been no possibility of me finishing any sort of university degree had I not been able to do it completely online. Any contact hours with my children and with my job would have made getting a bachelor's degree completely impossible for me. Yeah, look, I'm hyper positive most of the time anyway. Nothing sucked. Okay, yeah, no, I've got a challenge for you. Probably the most challenging thing for me was some of the group coursework and engaging the other students. There is a lot of people in the course who are in the same position as I am, where we don't have that flexibility in our day-to-day life that we can just sit down and pick a Thursday afternoon to go through some coursework or to share assignments with each other. So I did find that quite challenging. The role that I do for my vocation is external and is very individual, and I found it quite challenging to have to rely on other people, even knowing that they were in the same position that I was. So I was able to connect with 2 other students on my course in a very similar position to myself, both working full-time, both with families. Luckily, the way that social media is, texting, apps, Teams apps, we were all able to conference regularly, and it was great to have that support network. For the first year or so, I didn't really have that support network in place. And it was nice to come home with a wet sail and have a sort of a team behind me, and I'm looking forward to them graduating next year. It's been great that I've been able to share my experiences with them, and I know they take a lot of solace in being able to contact me via social media or via text and just say, "Hey, I'm stressing about this or this subject," and we talk through it and work through it, and I know that's been a great benefit to them. We also had a discussion about my graduation this year, and they got to see sort of my results and my finalisation, and I kept in touch with them the whole time, and it's given them a big push to finish their degrees as well. Yeah, I found the online system that I interacted with for the university, including Canvas, was very user-friendly. I found that all of the assessment lodgements, all of the record keeping, the communication platforms were all really easy to use. In my role, I use some very difficult systems, and I found everything that was presented to me by the university was excellent. One of the most helpful things that I found was the openness of all of my lecturers and tutors. They would supply me with contact details. We were very open and clear about where our contact hours were. Any of the lecturers that I needed help with were always more than happy to talk to me outside of standard hours. Yeah, a quick chat that ended up being 2.5 hours. And then sort of went into cricket as well, because it was at the time when India was playing Australia in the cricket. I was just like, "Mate, I've got an assignment to do. I really appreciate your help." Certainly one of my favourite assessments was the e-challenge subject. The final assessment was something that gave me a lot of joy and gratitude from my company as well, and it was great to see sort of how I was able to package all my learning and actually get a tangible, real result that has helped a lot of cane farmers in North Queensland as well. So it's something that I'm very proud of. It wasn't just a paper that was written, 3,500 words on a document. It was something real and tangible that's helped other people, and I think for me that's something I can look back on with a lot of pride. I was able to develop a new product for my company, for my organisation. We deal in sugar trading and sugar marketing. So I was able to develop and launch a new product that we had to actually push to market prior to the finalisation of the assessment piece. And it was quite a bonus for me to be able to finish the final part of that assessment and in the interview be able to say, well, actually, I've also launched the product and here's a new presentation on the product launch and how much money we've made out of it for the company. Well, would I recommend it to other people? I already do. That would be the short answer. Again, I think there is a lot of people out there with a lot of intelligence and a lot of work experience, and just because they don't have the piece of paper behind them, they probably don't get the credit they deserve at their organisations or their ability to find other work and into new vocations. And the way that OUA and the University of Adelaide has packaged this course and delivered it, I think it's achievable for anyone to do the same. I have had contact with open universities when I lived in the United Kingdom for 5 years. When I started looking for online courses or a way to get a degree, it actually came up quite prominently, and because I'd already had exposure to it in the UK, it was quite easy for me to make that decision. I've got to be honest, it was one night, a glass of wine. The consultant contacted me the next day and said, do you want to do it? And I just thought, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. So I think I'd signed up in 24 hours. And within a week I was doing a course and it was fantastic, and 3 years later here I am.